Hello everyone, and welcome. Well, once again, Mother Nature decided to give us a snowstorm on a Friday, which means I had to spend most of my day Saturday plowing snow. It really limits the amount of time I have to get my weekend work done and spend a bit of time in the woods. So here we are at my kitchen table. A couple of weeks ago, Alex over at Aurora Borealis Knives did a video on a Twig stove. It's a similar Twig stove to some of the ones that I have, but there is a bit of a difference, and I thought it was interesting, so I figured why not? I picked one up, and here we are. I haven't even opened the package. We're going to be opening it together. It's a stove from Boundless Voyage. It's a titanium stove. Where's my glasses? Boundless Voyage X Dragon Horse titanium folding wood stove. So let me get you in closer and we'll open it up and see what's inside. So it's in a nice little zippered pouch. Feels like Cordura. Comes with a little fireproof mat, which is a nice little addition. This is what's different about it. This is the base. And the base measures 7 inches or 178 millimeters by 5 1/4 inches or 134 millimeters by 1 1/4 inches or 32 millimeters. Then there's this sleeve to keep everything in. So this will be the stove itself. Boundless Voyage. And then you open it up. Has a nice little flame design on this side. A nice big feeding port here. And on these folding edges, when you open it up, it has these hooks and these slots for the legs. So you put the legs in where they go, and you extend the side walls, and it all holds together. You got a nice large hole to add more wood if you need. Comes with this grill that you can sit on top. Kind of locks it into place so that you can cook a burger or whatever you want on there. I don't tend to cook meat directly on these. I use this more for boiling water or cooking with a frying pan. So this grate I probably won't use very often. It also comes with 4 trivets, which we can put anywhere we would like. There's 4 spots on top here. If I can get these apart, there we go. This makes it perfect for adding any size pot you want, from a small pot to a large pot. I could add a frying pan on top of these. It also has slots on the side here. So I could take 2 of these and I can put them in through the side, and now I can add an alcohol stove in there. And there's a different height adjustment, so depending on which stove you're using, you can lower it down. So all in all, it seems like a pretty good little stove. The stove itself is 5 inches or 127 millimeters by 4 3/4 inches or 122 millimeters. All put together, it stands at 7 1/4 inches or 185 millimeters. So it seems like a pretty good little stove. I like that once it's in place, it's locked in place, you can pick everything up. The little fireproof mat is a nice touch. I'm not sure how often I'm going to use it, but it may come in handy. As for firing this thing up, I'm at home. We are not allowed to have open fires here anywhere. So I'm gonna try and find time to sneak off to somewhere closer than where I normally go, so that I can hopefully at least set a little fire in this and burn it in. So let's pack this away. It'll be interesting to see how well it comes apart after we use it, and how much warping goes along with it. Now I can slide all this back into the pouch, and it fits nicely into the base. Stick it back into its pouch. And now we just have to find time and a space so that we can go and light a fire in here. As soon as I do that, I'll bring you back and we'll show you how that goes. So here we are. I've got the stove all set up. I do have some wood already in it. Like I said earlier, I don't have a ton of time. We're just out here to fire it up, do the first burn, and maybe a quick cup of tea. I've got the fire lighters that I made out of the dental gauze. I'm going to spread this apart, try and tease it out a little bit. And to save a bit of time, we're just going to hit it with the lighter. Drop it in there. Drop in some fine twigs. Now with all those trivets, doesn't matter what size pot I put on there, it'll hold it. And that feed hole is nice and large, makes it nice and easy to add more wood as I need it. So the water's at a boil, I'm gonna drop in a chunk of chaga. Let that steep for just a little bit. The fire's already burning down. I put a lot of small twigs in there. I didn't need a big long fire. I just wanted to boil some water. Give it its first burn and see how it goes. Tea's ready, and the stove seems to be working pretty good. Now, I mentioned earlier that I didn't have a lot of time. Well, I Kind of found a wide spot in the road, pulled over and ran up here and lit the stove. But there's a train track coming right across here, and I can hear the train a-coming. So now we've given it its first burn. Seems to work well. I do like the way that base is made. Ah, there's the train. I knew I heard it. But it's just a short passenger train. So now I'm just going to let this burn out. And then we'll fold it up, put it away, and get ready to head out of here. I mentioned earlier that I was watching a video with Alex at Aurora Boreal Knives. He did a little video on this stove, and when I saw the base I really liked it, so I decided I would give it a try. Now Alex has his own YouTube channel. I'll put a link to it in the description box, or in the description box below, and I might link it in the comments as well. But as well as having his own channel where he showcases stoves, knives, axes, all kinds of gear, he also designs his own knives. And he's partnered up with Work Tough Gear to have them make his knives. So I'll leave the link below, and you can check him out if you want. He does have some pretty good content on his channel. But for us today, we're just about done. This thing is almost out. I can take this big piece out, lay it in the snow, that'll go out. The rest is just embers, it'll be out soon. Okay, I've taken the liberty to take the 4 trivets off the top, and I dumped out the stove so that it would cool down faster. The nice thing that I discovered about this stove, I can turn it upside down, which is what I did. Because it locks onto the base, I was able to put my gloves on, dump the snow, the ashes out into the snow, and now I can let the stove cool. So when you're using it and you're in a hurry, that's an added little bonus. When you're done with your fire, you can just dump it into a fire pit or into a pile of snow like I did here. And I can already touch it with my hands. That's the beauty of titanium. It cools down very fast. Now, we've got some beautiful discoloration from the heat and a little bit of soot from the fire. But that's okay. Let's see. Okay, so with my fingers I was able to just pop out the center, and now I can just lift it and the whole stove is folded up. Slide everything back into the base. Pop everything into the pouch. And it goes into the pouch very easily. Plenty of room. And now, we can finish our tea and head for home. Alex, thanks a lot for showing me another stove that I'm going to spend money on. But I think it's going to be worth it. It's definitely an interesting little stove. I like it. And we're not going to waste. We're going to finish off the tea. There. So that's going to be it for today. I want to thank you all for coming along. It's always a pleasure having you with me. I just wanted to show off that stove, and like I said, I didn't have time. I did some of it at home, and then as soon as I got the chance, I came out here. Now, I got to go back and get ready for work tomorrow. I'm hoping sometime soon Mother Nature decides to let me have my weekend off. That way I can get out here and spend a little bit more time. But until then, we'll just keep working. We'll keep coming out when we can, as we can. I appreciate you guys coming along. And if you liked what you saw, go ahead and hit the like button. If you want to see more of it, hit the subscribe button. And if you're going to do that, you may as well hit the notification bell. When you do, there will be a drop-down menu. In that menu, select all. That should let you know whenever we put out a new video. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.